Good morning, students. Let's continue our poem, Rain on the Roof. Yesterday, I taught you the poem, gave you the explanation, meanings, as well as short question answers. Yesterday, I had told you that I will be explaining you the poetical devices line by line. So here we go. Students, when I tell you to write the poetical devices, I also expect you to have a pencil in your hand. Why a pencil? Because last time I explained you, I showed you how the students have been writing when I teach them the poem in the class. Each line, please write it. So, here the first stanza. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. What a bliss to praise the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Now, students, make a bracket to the first line, when the humid shadows hover. Now, I know that you will be experts because already we have seen two poems line by line. I have taught you very well what is figures of speech means. Okay, now H sound, that means it is alliteration, the consonant sound, alliteration, humid H and hovers H. Then you also have the poetic device, metaphor. Why metaphor, that line? Because the clouds are compared to shadows. Clouds have been compared with shadows. There is one more device, and that is metonymy. The word humid shadows represents the clouds. Now, clouds over here are placed by the word humid shadows. Come to the next line. Come to the next line. Over all the starry spheres. Now, what is the starry spheres? When we talk about the stars, you also talk about the sky. And therefore, this is also metonymy because the words starry spheres represent the stars in the sky. Come to the next line. And the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. Students, here also you have got 2 to 3 poetical devices like personification, hyperbole and transferred epithet. Now, you know what is personification? When the inanimate object has been attributed to when inanimate object has been given human attribution. And over here, what is that? The darkness is given the human quality of being melancholy and gently weeping. What is the meaning of melancholy? I told you, the meaning of melancholy is sad. The meaning of melancholy is sad. So how can the cloud be or darkness be sad? Therefore personification. Then it is also hyperbole. There is an overstatement that darkness is sad and gently weeping. How can the darkness be sad? Darkness is a darkness. It cannot be sad. But again, there is a third device, that is transfer epithet. The adjective melancholy has been transferred from the poet to the darkness. From the poet to the darkness. Now, come to the next. What a bliss. What a bliss to praise the pillow of a cottage chamber bed. This is again metonymy and alliteration. The word praise the pillow represents going to sleep again. You sometimes put the alarm, and when the weather is very good, you feel like sleeping again, and you keep it snoozing, you go to sleep again. Okay? So over here, what is that? Represents the word that represents going to sleep again, and therefore that is metonymy. That is also alliteration because present pillow. Because present pillow, the P sound, the consonant sound has been there repeated. And so therefore it is alliteration. Then Students, and to listen to the patter of the soft rain overhead. And to listen, these two lines, students, make a bracket to both these lines. And now, what is that figures of speech? Students, that is exclamation. That is exclamation, because already you can see the exclamatory mark over here. Therefore, one thing is that you are sure that it is exclamation. Then, it is also second figures of speech is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Now, students, what is that onomatopoeia? I have told you, when you hear a particular sound that you create, you imagine in your mind the pattering of the rain, then the type of sound that you get, also the exclamation because of the exclamatory mark. Come to the next stanza. Every tinkle on the shingles. Every tinkle on the shingles. Now, there again you have every tinkle on the shingles has the echo in the heart. Make a bracket to these both the lines in the second stanza. Students, the very word, the heart, shows that it is a synecdoche. Again, the tinkle of a bell, or the sound that is created in your mind, therefore again onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, again the figures of speech. So here also in this line you have two poetical devices. Next, move to the next. And what is the next line? The next line is that, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. Make a bracket to that. Write over there hyperbole and alliteration. Now I am not going to explain you the alliteration because you have understood that. Consonant sound, BB, busy being, and hyperbole, overstatement of the 1,000 dreamy fancies. What is the meaning of fancies? Imagination. Echo in your heart. How can you have 1,000 dreamy fancies? Come to the next line. Come to the next line. And 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof. These two lines, okay? And that is again hyperbole, over exaggeration or overstatement about the 1,000 recollections in our mind. As I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. As I listen to the patter of the rain. Again, the sound of the rain. So, which figures of speech, students? Onomatopoeia again. Because the sound has been created. You can see, you can hear the rain falling on the roof. Next stanza, stanza number 3, the last stanza. Now in memory comes my mother as she used in years agone. Years agone, the years that have been past, and or the before, the years were, who comes to his mind? The mother. Whose mother? The poet's mother. This particular line also has got two figures of speech. One is metonymy, because the word fancy represents over here the imagination or thoughts. And anastrophe, A-N-S-T-R-O-P-H-E, anastrophe. What is the meaning of anastrophe? There is an inversion in the construction of the sentence for poetic effect. Okay, there is an inversion in the construction of the sentence. Now, in fancy comes my mother as she used in years agone. Now, students, as she used 2 years agone to survey her darling dreamers. Now, that sentence also has got two figures of speech, metonymy and alliteration. Metonymy and alliteration. Metonymy, the word darling dreamers represents to the children. What is darlings? What is darlings? They are the children, the siblings, brothers and sisters of the poet, Okay, and who is the poet, students? I have told you earlier, quote Skinny. Then comes the next line. She left them till the dawn. The word left them represents over here, left them to sleep. She left them, meaning they went to sleep. It was a night time and so they went to sleep. Oh, I see her bending over me. Oh, after oh, what do you see, students? After oh, what do you see? The exclamatory mark. Therefore, what figures of speech it is? What device is used over here? Exclamation. Okay. And internal rhyming, because see and me over there. And so it is internal rhyming. Then go to the next line. Go to the next line. Students, that as I listened to this refrain which I played upon the shingles, this from till shingles over there, make a bracket. What is that again? Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, because the word played suggests the sound of the rain. And once again the last line. What is the last line? By the patter of the rain. By the patter of the rain. Students, rain falling on the roof. Patter is the sound. Patter of the rain. Once again it is onomatopoeia. Now, students, once again, just look over here. I said, oh, I feel her fond. Over here, these two lines I told you, there is an internal rhyme. Some of you may have see, instead of I see her fond look. If you have see, then it will come see and me, internal rhyming. If you have feel, then that line cannot be internal rhyming. Though I said, in my book I have feel. If you have see, oh, I see her fond look on me. If you have see, then only this line will come see and me as internal rhyming. Now, students, I am going to send you the board work. In the board work, I haven't written each and every line I haven't written in the board work. But I have explained it to you line by line. So you have to write line by line. I will show you last year's textbook how the students have written. The board work as well as what I have explained you have to write it in your fair book. Now, I am also going to show you one book of the students. Yesterday I told you Muskan Andharia, her notebook. Have a look at her book. Students, this is the poem line by line where figures of speech have been written. Look over here. Can you see them? This is how you have to write line by line in your book. Now, this is the book of the student. I told you Muskan Andharia. I found one word was missing. These words were missing. I added. I checked her book. See, so well she has written, students. Her book is complete. Till the date, all that I have taught. See the sound of Shehnai, Bismillah Khan. She has written the meanings, question answers. I have checked her book. See, all the words, difficult words which she finds. She has been writing, learning them by heart. This is how you are supposed to be doing, students. So that you will improve your handwriting, you will improve your writing skill. Look here, I have checked on 29th. I have given her very good. So once you come to the school, I am going to do that with you also. Now, have a look at the board. Here is the figures of speech. Figures of speech. Now you will notice over here the second one, and the melancholy dash dash dash. That sentence you have to complete. I did not complete because I do not have enough space on the board. So when you write in the book, you have to write the full sentence. Similarly, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, up to 9. Up to 9. Ninth and first. These are the only two short sentences I have written full. Other all are, you have to complete the sentence and then only you will be writing in your book. I will also send you the photo of this board. Students, I just want to tell you, my mobile number 7069 which is in our group has been hacked, and therefore do not send any type of messages. I have discontinued that number. I also have given the complaint. So you remove that number, delete that number from your contacts. Do not reply to any of the messages coming from that number. It's not me who is sending it to you. The message, if you are getting, the message will be sent it to you by the hackers. Therefore, do not reply. I will be sending you today's work also through Nikul sir's mobile. Okay? Have a good day, students.